Okay, everybody. Sorry. I am up everywhere now, so I was just trying to get that done. Let's see. Everybody came in pretty early, so I'm happy to see that. Kaga adores Working Bum, Luca, Feisty, um, Agnostic, Stranger Things, BMC, Paul, Rebel. There we go. Hello. Then we have, why is that spazzing out? Ash, Joey, Tom, hello, hello. And then everybody coming in over on TikTok. Hello, Matt. I saw your video that you posted. And I just want to let you know if you see a request later from you know who, then let them up, okay? I'm sure you will anyway, but I'm just putting it out there. Hey, Warner. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I was like, I got asked, did you see the video? And I'm like, what video? Like, mind you, I just want to let you guys know I rarely scroll my feeds. Like, I just don't. So I miss a lot unless somebody tells me to go watch one. So then I did, and then I got to laugh. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sony. Phantom says, it's Ari. Let's put some knowledge on these callers. Shh, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hi, Benita. Yeah, that's how we go. Mm, ugh. Yeah, I think it would be fun. I agree. Definitely don't disagree with you. So I think it'll be fun. So that's cool. I think it's a fun little challenge. So, hi, Chris. Yes, it's 6 days into 2026. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting start to the year, okay? It really is. Happy Tuesday, right? Is that what some is this what some people say? Um 450 watch streak reached. Phantom is currently on a 55 stream streak. Holy crud buckets. You've watched 55 streams. Thank you. W Phantom for that. Don't phlegm on me. Yeah, I feel like that one. Thanks, Moose. Listen, so I know you guys saw it. I made a video, right, about saying that we're on a I don't understand this timeline or whatever the question it was. And someone apparently took that seriously and got very upset by me making a timeline joke because, guys, listen, I am unbeknownst to myself for a long, long time, but very aware or obvious to other people, am a very, like, it's a certain level of neurospicy, okay? And if you guys don't know what that means, it's not hard to figure out. It's really not, right? But if I know it's a joke and you can't understand that questioning a joke of what timeline am I on is is not a joke, like you don't understand that that's a joke. Oh man. That's definitely a you problem and not a me problem. It's literally just it's just a comment. So, oh, they're coming. They're coming. Cool. They will definitely come on in. They love to do it. Like it's how it always happens. Money. Hello. Or exactly. Like it was a joke and it was clear it was a joke. Like I'm not insulting anybody, just asking a facetious question about what timeline are we on. And that seems fair. Not saying it's perfect because it's not, but it seems like a fair question, you know? Fair joke of a question. So I don't remember
You're
if we got
awesome.
like a good response on these new headphones. How do you guys feel about these new headphones? If you like them, they're pretty comfortable. I need to I need to get another one to replace the old ones because these are definitely easier to hear through than my old ones. I think my old ones were, I mean, they were cheaper headphones and they are dying out. Um, Sean says, you have 100 times of a big tough alpha, definitely a new fan. Your approach is dead on. No mush, no fuss, no time wasted on propagandize. Well, I appreciate that. And hey, guys, I will be the absolute first to admit that sometimes I get things wrong, right? Like, nothing wrong with that. Okay? It just kind of happens. Also, is that okay? I'm good with that. Thanks, Joey. I was gonna reply to it and you already yoinked it, so W. I will say I've noticed this trend on the tubes, right? Where if you there's just like this accusation and I don't even
You're
know why it's
awesome.
made to be an accusation, sort of a like an insult as an accusation to be Jewish. And it's like I'm A, I'm not Jewish. B, I don't think it's wrong to be Jewish. And I would question anybody that thinks that that's some kind of an insult. The cushion on the headphones are your favorite color. That's awesome. Like, listen, they're actually pretty comfortable. Um, oops, heart of a big tough alpha. My editing is lacking. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. No worries. Ooh. Jody, thank you for the 5 already over on the Blue app. Says, remember Hot Tub Time Machine? I want to live in the timeline where Neil Patrick Harris is president. Love you too, Jody. Jody, I will be getting into that. I just have had such a crazy schedule, but I will be getting into that calendar. Um, but yeah. Yeah, and thank you for the jewels. It's just so weird to me. Like, guys, it's obviously a joke. It's been a joke for a long time to talk about alternate timelines. Thank you for calling the stream.
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
55.
55. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am, but why do you not like to debate your callers? I'm just curious about that.
These are conversations.
It's a conversation,
Yeah.
but it's hard to have a conversation with someone who has their finger on a mute button. You get that right.
Oh, yeah, my fingers are right on your mute button. That's so true.
Did you see the State of the Union during the time when
How about I just
at their...
start with you, like, answering the questions that I ask in the order that I
Sure,
ask them instead of
sure,
you
it's your show.
deciding
Go
to
ahead.
run cool beans? So what has Donald Trump done specifically in his first year back in office to earn your continued support?
Well, he's not a member of the Biden crime family. That'd be one thing.
No, no,
But I liked when...
what
Oh,
if you can help me out with something, okay?
sure.
I'm going to restart this question, and if there's a part of it that you don't understand, please
Uh,
tell me what part you don't understand. What
that sounds fair.
specifically has Donald Trump done in his first year back in office to earn your continued support?
Sure, that's a fair question. Thank you for that question. I liked when he gave the 13-year-old boy who was dying of brain cancer an honorary Secret Service membership,
Yeah, that was cute.
a badge, a badge. Did you like that too?
Yeah, that was cute.
That was cute. But that's when I decided I didn't want to be a Democrat anymore, is because not one lousy Democrat
Oh,
would
I'm
stand
sorry.
for
Am
that
I
little
talking
guy.
about the Democratic Party with you, or am I
Well, you
talking
kind of have
about
to.
Donald
If you're going to
Trump?
talk about Donald Trump, you kind of
Oh,
have to
well,
talk about,
actually, I
it's called
don't. I'm
context.
actually
It's called
so
context.
again, no, it's not context. So let's try
Mm,
this again, right?
mm.
Which part of my questioning sentence that I have now asked you twice do you not understand? Which part? Can you break down which word? If I need to, I'll go through each word slowly, and then you give me an affirmative when it's a word that you do not understand.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds fair enough, but I got your question. Let me just try a
Okay.
different answer for you that might be better, okay?
Uh-huh.
What has he done? He got us out of the Paris Climate Accord. Now, I know that's not trans. I know you preferred that I talk about trans and stuff like that because you guys are obsessed with
What
that.
is I'm
But it's something boring.
Okay. So I think I see what's happening right now. All right. So let's pretend I'm holding up what could be a box, right? And this is metaphorical for you. Okay?
Okay.
This is a box, all right? For some reason, you have me placed within this box, and I'm having a brand new conversation with you,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
So,
Sure.
what you're gonna do is you're going to lift me up out of the box, act like you've never talked to another person that you consider to be, I don't know what you consider them to be, but this is the first time you've ever talked to me. You haven't talked to another person that you consider to be a Democrat, liberal, centrist, whatever the hell that you personally consider me to be. And why don't we start from there instead of making an immediate assumption that I want to talk about a certain topic?
Okay. So, is there another question there?
I don't know, you're sort of failing to even answer the first one. Let's see. You simply stated, that
I've got more
he pulled us out
reasons
of the
if you care to
Paris
hear another
Climate
one.
Accords. Cool. Whatever. Doesn't really do anything for us, so.
Well, I think he made it cool to be patriotic again. And see, in my
When
lifetime,
was
I
it
already
not
told you how old I
cool?
am. In my lifetime, when I was younger, it was the left who led the counterculture. But it's really
Oh,
cool that
okay. So
nowadays
here's what
right
I'm
wing,
understanding from
the
you right
right wing
now.
has led the
Okay,
counterculture. You guys are in a cult, a
pause for a
total cult,
second.
which is why you call us a cult,
Okay.
because you're actually in
Uh-huh.
the cult.
Mm-hmm. So here's what I'm hearing is that you actually don't support anything. You are just an antithesis. You like to be an antagonist, right? So you are just against something, which means you're not for anything, right?
But
You are
seriously, if I were
simply
to start
you are
talking about how
simply
boring
you
would it
are
be if I started
simply
talking about the
if
border?
you
You
are
really
just
want me to talk
simply
about the
against
border?
other things.
That's what everyone calls in and talks about is the border.
Oh, so you
You really
have
want to
listened to my
you really
show.
want to talk about the border. Is that it?
No, sir. If you can actually give me a
Oh, you
substantial
really want to talk
reason.
about trans rights? Because if I talk
Oh
about
my
like the
fucking
environment or the
God.
atmosphere, you'll lose interest real quick. It has to
Wow.
be something real exciting for you.
Oh yeah, just real exciting.
Mhm.
Okay. Sure. So we're going to rehash this because you have the attention span of a goldfish. All right?
Okay, that's cute.
And you have the self-control of a 5-month-old puppy,
Mhm.
right? And so here's what it is. So when all you're doing is just
What
bringing
about
up
all these
like, oh,
fraudsters
yep,
in
see, and
Minnesota?
you've
How do you
proved it
feel
again.
about that?
Bye. Literally. I said I was going to talk, and then you're like, I'm going to interrupt 5 seconds in. Because you literally have no self-control. You weren't here for a conversation. Thank you for calling the stream.
Australia loves Trump and hates you.
Fuck off then, I don't care. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep,
Awesome. How old are you?
30.
And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his first year back in office to earn your continued support?
You're awesome.
The most important thing that I personally care about is the gas prices right now, just because I drive for a living and I see the gas prices going down.
Cool.
And right now, it's where I'm living. It's about $2.50, and when Biden was in office, it was about $5. So instead of paying $75
Uh-huh.
per tank, I'm paying about 25, 30.
Cool. And can you tell me specifically what policy or law was passed by the Trump administration, by Trump himself, that specifically lowered the cost of your gas?
Honestly, I'm not familiar with what exact.
Oh,
I know there was talk about
okay.
the Keystone pipeline, right? They opened that one up
The
in
Keystone
Alaska.
Pipeline has been open since 2012 and it's been operating since
All right.
2012.
So then why? So then I'm sorry. So then I don't really I'm not into all the politics that you guys are into. I don't know all the
Mm.
reasons for everything. I'm not saying I do. I am ignorant of that, but I just know that under Donald Trump's first term of president, it was record low gas prices. So that's why I went out and
No, it
voted for him the
wasn't.
second time.
It wasn't record low.
Yeah, it was whatever.
No,
It was
it
low.
wasn't.
It was pretty low. It was for me. I remember it was under $2 a
I
gallon.
don't.
I don't know
Okay,
about you.
let's
Where
try
you live?
this. Let's try this real quick for a second. Does your personal experience represent the entirety of the United States of America?
You asked me why I voted for Trump.
No, I'm asking you a very specific question right now. Does your personal experience
Absolutely not.
represent the entirety of the United States of America? No. Okay. So then
Correct.
you giving me like a personal experience going back to 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, absolutely irrelevant. Okay. And then now I'm going to go back and circle back to here. Unless you can tell me what specific policy Donald Trump enacted that directly affected the price of gas that you pay at the pump, I'm going to ask you, why are you giving Donald Trump a participation trophy?
You asked me why I support Trump. I gave you an answer of my personal experience, which explains why I support Trump. Isn't that enough?
No, not for the way that this goes. Okay. So again, you don't know the policy. That's fine. That's literally all you would have had to say, right? So now I
I
want you
already
to
told you I
address
don't know the
this.
policy.
Okay, cool. And I'm going to help you out. There is no policy that was been enacted by Donald Trump, no law, nothing that has directly lowered the cost of your gas or anyone's gas, in fact. So now I'm
That's
going
okay
to
with me.
try,
That's okay.
I am going to pressure you on this question right now. Why are you giving him a participation trophy?
I'm not giving him a participation trophy.
What is can you describe what a participation trophy would be?
You're going off tangent over
No,
here. You're trying to push me into a corner.
literally
You
on the
asked me
same
a question,
thing.
and I told you why I support
Okay.
Trump. I don't understand why you're going. It's a very simple
What is
answer.
a participation trophy?
Why are you asking me what a participation trophy is?
You just said it's not a participation trophy. So now explain to me what a participation trophy is. So if you and I have a different conception of what it is, I can explain to you my reasoning here. Because you asked, you said it's not a participation trophy. I'm saying it is. So what is a participation trophy to you?
If you want me to answer it, from what I'm assuming is that you mean that that has nothing to do with like what you said, any policy that he put forward.
No, that's not what I'm saying either. So what is the participation trophy?
I just told you.
No, you're just trying to make an assumption on what my reasoning is, and I've already told you that you're wrong. So what is a participation trophy?
I don't know yet, so you tell me.
So a participation trophy would be given to somebody for basically just showing up and participating. So what I'm saying is that Donald Trump has done
That's
zero.
what I just said in different words.
No, that's not even what you said. You were trying to assume what my logical line of thinking was, and you were wrong. Okay? So an example of a participation trophy, or like how I'm applying it in this manner, is that all Donald Trump did was get elected into office, sat down in the Oval Office. Gas prices went lower than they were in 2024, not until October of 2025, and everybody is cheering like he did something when he did absolutely nothing. So again, why are you giving Donald Trump a participation trophy for lowering gas prices?
First of all, when I was explaining to what I thought a participation trophy, that's exactly what I meant. I don't know if it came out a different way, but I thought that's what I said in
It's
different
not.
words. And back to what I'm saying regarding, what do you call it? This whole participation trophy thingy. I'm just letting you know this. I support Trump, regardless of what happened in 2020 or when in the first term, gas prices were so low. That was enough of me of a reason
I
to,
didn't ask
to
about
vote for him the
again.
second
Let
time.
me just I didn't ask you about why you supported him in 2020. B, I didn't ask about why you voted for him. Bottom line is I asked why you still support him and you haven't been able to effectuate that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, fine. So the reason why I support him is because coincidentally, I guess it has nothing to do with him. So maybe me. So what should I do? I shouldn't support him.
No, I'm just trying to I'm pressuring your line of thinking and I want you to give some kind of logical reason for why you support Donald Trump, like what policy has he enacted, anything that makes sense for why you support Trump. Considering that he has no direct effect on the price of gas, again, like I said, that's not a reason to really support him except for just your fifis,
Feces.
your feelings. I'm sorry.
I'm just confused. Like, why do I have to know the exact policy? All I know is that when he was president, both times gas prices were so low.
Gotcha. So what I hear then is that you don't do critical thinking, nor do you, or maybe you just don't do any research on politics, and that's fine. That's all you had to say.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't do research on politics. I just know for me
Okay.
personally, it makes a difference in
Well,
my pocket.
yeah, fine. Again, who sets the price of gas?
Who said? I have no idea.
When you go to the grocery store, who sets the price of your meat?
No idea.
You're awesome.
Am I allowed to support a president if I have no idea why my meat goes higher or lower?
No, dude, that wasn't the question I was asking. I
I know you just
So
blinked
you
out. I
don't,
don't know.
when
I
you go
wasn't sure where you were
buy,
going.
let's try it this way maybe. When you buy a television, who sets the cost of that television?
I don't know. I'm saying it goes by supply and demand. I assume.
Jesus. Okay. Dude. Holy for fuck's sake. Okay. I suggest, and I mean this as nicely as I can say, don't try to have conversations with people on politics on a public platform. You don't know
It doesn't go
even the
by supply and demand.
basics.
I thought
No, no. When I'm
I just
asking
answered
you
you.
who sets the price, it's not supply and demand sets the price.
No, that's what defines how much you should charge for the television, right?
Oh my God. You're like trying to jump to step 5. This is literally step 1.
Oh, you're all the way back there. So who actually the store sets the price? I don't know where you're going with this.
Still incorrect. It would be
I don't know. You tell me. I'm saying I go to Walmart. I buy a TV.
yeah,
Who's setting
that
the
sounds
price?
about right.
Walmart. Right?
The manufacturer. I can't. That was actually an extra level low of something. Sorry, I have to duck in again. Nationalism is not patriotism. White nationalism definitely is not you troglodyte MAGA. Well, it's okay. He doesn't even understand who sets the price of goods when you go to a store. So that was physically painful. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
29.
You're awesome.
29. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
You are. Okay, perfect. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his 12 months back in office that has earned your continued support?
I would Well, for one, the most recent is the capture of the Venezuelan president.
Mhm.
For sure, he went in there, executed perfectly.
Mhm.
He a lot of people say, oh, it's a lie for drugs. Well, I don't think it's really for drugs. I think that's secondary. They went in there because I mean Democrats like Obama, Biden, they both wanted him anyways. So not only did he help them out, but he also stopped the flow of Russian oil from going in there. Mostly, I think it was a power move from China because China and Russia definitely use Venezuela as a trade partner. So blockading Venezuela is also helping Ukraine out. And because what's going on in Ukraine right now, if you're unaware, is Ukraine's also using drone strikes to take out oil refineries all over the place. In fact, there was a pandemic where there was no oil at all for civilians in Russia. It was only reserved for medical purposes and essential services. So definitely good power move for sure to stay ahead of the competition, our competition, which is Russia and China, to say the least. He's definitely being a little bit more aggressive than the other presidents, which is good, showing that we have a backbone. Because under Biden and stuff like that, he wouldn't even answer the phone, wouldn't even. I mean, like you can't talk to a guy who barely can even speak. Democrats definitely. I don't know what the heck they were doing, putting him in office. They totally dropped the ball and cost them the election. Since the majority of people wanted Trump in office, definitely lost that. So, there's that. Multiple reasons. Is he the best president? No, for sure not. I mean, I think he needs to shut his mouth a lot of times because he doesn't talk like a politician. But for right now, he's the best president, especially because China also made a threat by 2027, which is what going to be next year, that they're going to try to take Taiwan and have a president that's, for better or worse, very aggressive, unpredictable. Is good, the best president to have in a wartime scenario. So all that.
Okay.
And stricter border security, which
Oh,
helps
gosh,
protect
it's
us.
not going.
So yeah, that.
All right. So let's go over a few things. When was the first time a bounty was put on Maduro?
Obama, I believe.
Incorrect.
Last time I did my research.
No, you would be
Actually,
incorrect.
I've got my research on that.
It was
Hold
Trump.
up, lady.
It was
It
Trump.
was not. So let's see.
It
If we
was
just do a
Trump in
basic
his
Google
first
search.
term in
No, I
2017.
don't think so, lady, because I did
So it
do
was
my
Trump in his
research
first
on this.
term in
'Cause I know you like to put out random
2017
facts
when
from
Donald
liberal sites.
when oh goodness, where's the liberal in the
I mean, that's
room?
true.
See, this is what you do. Actually, this is what you do is that you try to divert, right? Like after you gave a Gish Gallop, which, like a whole long list of absolute bullshit, which is funny. So yeah, the first bounty was put on him by Trump, increased by Biden in January of 2025 before he left office, increased again very shortly after. Very shortly after.
Right
Hi,
here.
hey, Pookie Pie. I don't know if you realize this, but I
Pookie
was.
Pie. Okay, now why are you being
Hi,
disrespectful like a
hi,
kid?
hi, Pookie Pie. So here, I'm gonna help you out with something real quick. I was actually very polite to you. I let you go on a 2.5 minute. I let you go on a 2.5 minute monologue, Gish Gallop, where I did not interrupt you. And while I'm actively trying to talk, it would just make sense that you would do the same thing.
So Obama didn't.
All right, so we're done. We're done. You're not capable of doing this? Gotcha. You are incapable of actually allowing me to speak or acknowledging anything. All right, that's fine. I will quite literally just move on. Oh, mercy. Enjoy the content. However, maybe instead of discussing politics with callers, you should enlighten them on a nice, salty, buttery snack like Lay's chips. W Lay's. Thank you for the 5. Look, guys, there's my first sponsor from Lay's. Lay's chips are awesome, apparently. Go get them. Eat them up. Yum, 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 yum. Also, thank you guys for all the jewels. We'll open this back up. And thank you, William, for the 5. Said, just because I'm awesome. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, my bad, Bill. Haha. Thank you, Just a Bill, for the 5. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Guess not. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 20. How are you?
I'm doing well. I hope you are. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, is that? Can I only argue if I support him currently?
Yes, that's the purpose here.
Yeah, I can't support him unfortunately anymore. He did all right during his first term, but this second term he really fucked up. I can't defend him. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Sup.
Not much. I was
Awesome.
just gonna say
How
I
old
was
are
on
you?
the fence
Uh-huh.
with all of this
You're
Trump stuff,
awesome.
and then with his ego and everything that's got in the way of Venezuela and everything else. It just seems that he's not for the
You're
people at
awesome.
all, and he's just trying to make a name for himself. And he's a dickhead. So
All right. Well, WU. Thank you. I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
you too, honey. Have a good one.
You too. I know that's a southern thing, but it still weirds me out. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
36.
Perfect. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
You are. Fantastic. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his first year back in office to earn your continued support?
Let's see. My borders are secure. He's promised everything that's cutting all of these stupid freaking insurances for transgenders and all their health benefits. He's starting to actually help the veterans by cutting funds from the MTL. So I don't know why the hell people keep supporting this whole rhetoric of these dumb liberals and their gay ways.
Oh. Okay, bye. He just wanted to crash in and hang up. Again, if you guys are going to accuse someone of being a liberal, please explain to me how and then who's the liberal in the room.
You're awesome.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome. How old
So-
are you?
21.
21. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
100%.
100%. Okay. And what specifically has Donald Trump done his first year back in office to earn your continued support?
Brought back America.
Did it run away somewhere? Did America move to the Eastern Hemisphere instead of the Western Hemisphere?
It was
And
pretty
then
much heading there.
how did he bring it back? Is there a giant crane that's operated from outside of space that is going to shift continents across the globe?
Okay, no, that
Oh.
doesn't make any sense. So that's not what we're talking about. Values and international standing.
Values. Okay. International standing. Hold on. Let me put this phone on Do Not Disturb. 1 second. Thank you.
Wait.
Hold on. No, I wasn't hanging. I was saying I was just putting it on Do
Oh,
Not Disturb
okay.
so I would stop
I'm
hearing
not-
the beeping. International standing. Can you break down what values are we referencing here? Since we've definitely established that we're not somehow moving continents
America first.
across the globe.
America first.
That looks different to different people. So can you explain what America first means to you?
I think the enforcement of legal immigration and not illegal immigration is a big one. Because he's openly if you look at when he was
Okay,
building
these
his
are
hotels-
policies. I guess I would when you're talking about
Oh, no, America
values.
fir- well, no,
When you're talking
the
about
value is America first.
values, I don't necessarily see values being policy. To me, values are something that's practiced within the society that's
awesome.
not necessarily tied to laws, not necessarily tied to specific policies or an agenda. So when I'm asking you about values that somehow he's brought back to the US, I'm just trying to dig into what are these values that you are seeing represented and that would be represented within America First?
Well, that's what I just said. The value is America first, and that is one of the things represented. in
Right,
America
but that's
First.
just a slogan. America First is a
No,
slogan. It
no,
is
I
not,
know,
it
and
doesn't have any meaning past
no,
that.
I
It's
was
just a catchphrase that everybody's heard and then they've got caught up on. It's not even ever been a policy, which is why I'm trying to dig more into it. Like it's not a
yeah.
policy, like it's just a thought process. So
Okay,
what
so that's what I was trying to explain. Is that was the first thing is prioritizing legal because America is built on immigrants. So that is like a foundation of America is immigrants.
can I
Like
can
that is
I
our value.
pose a critical thinking question for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. If we were trying to push for legal immigration or like making sure people are going through the proper channels, can you explain to me why the Department of Homeland Security and ICE has specifically gone to court proceedings to pick someone up in order to remove them of their legal status that they
Okay.
obtained to deport them, and even has stopped people from like right as they were trying to walk into the building for their naturalization ceremony from being able to become a naturalized citizen when that means that they went through the proper process. Can you tell me
Okay,
how that is a value that is like, how
the
does that support your claim of supporting legal migration? These were little people that were actually going through the
yes.
legal process and completed
Okay,
it.
so on the first one, if you have proof of them removing someone that's already naturalized, was he what did they commit a crime or
No, I
anything?
said, I'm sorry, maybe I think you misheard, and that's fine. I said stop them from going into their
Okay, yeah.
naturalization ceremony.
That was the second one, but you first said like
No,
they
I
were
said they
taking away.
picked them up,
Oh, okay.
leaving and going to and
Oh,
leaving
yeah.
their
Okay.
process of the court proceedings.
So if that's okay, they're already here illegally. That's
No, they're
so
legal,
you're
sir. They came here through the proper channels. They're being picked up on their way to court or leaving court. The immigration
okay.
court hasn't decided that they've just become a permanent resident, right?
But were those people deported or were they just
Yes, they were
detained?
deported.
And they were granted complete legal They were granted complete
They
legal
were
access
not.
through the
I
border.
literally just
No,
already
I didn't
answered this.
mean
Like
to
they
say
were allowed in through the proper channels, or they were granted asylum at some point, right, to stay in here. But asylum is also a legal process. It's 8 U.S. Code
Okay,
1158.
no,
Both
see,
of these
that's
are
not what
legal.
you.
I was giving you broad because we have multiple instances, thousands of instances where individuals have been picked up going to and leaving their court proceedings with various different kinds of immigration status, right? So
What nationality were they that were granted asylum that got taken out?
I'm sorry, why is nationality important to you in this
Because
conversation?
because the Haitian what's it called asylum seeking is no longer a thing. Were they Haitian?
Oh, sir, they were of all nationalities.
Well, that I highly doubt because Ukraine are over here.
Oh,
Able to still seek
Ukrainians have
asylum.
had their status removed, sir. That is an unequivocal fact. Ukrainians have had their status removed within the United States of America. In fact, a judge had to block them from being able to strip some of them from their status because the Trump administration was actively trying to do that.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, you're right on that. But okay, so the whole thing is though
That's all a legal process. So if you were saying that Donald Trump is bringing back America first to the United States of America, right? Because this was your claim. And the first thing I asked, like the first example you gave to explain what America first looks like to you is to be supporting legal immigration. And then I am giving you examples, and you even found some yourself, apparently looks like super quick in regards to Ukrainians coming here and getting their status
that's what I'm
removed,
saying.
attempted to be removed by the Trump administration. So it
Well,
sounds like that even as you are saying that America First looks like supporting
Yeah.
legal
You're awesome.
immigration, Donald
No,
Trump
no,
is
no, no.
actively going against that.
If their refugee status was removed, then yeah, they should be deported. I just said that I thought they were legal, and that was an example of people who are still legal. But no, if they're
Oh, okay. So you mean
suffering-
when somebody goes through the legal channels, which is what you said you wanted, going through the proper way of coming in and being a legal immigrant, it's okay for their status to be removed, even though they went through the proper channels. So now you've shifted the goalposts on what now you have shifted the goalposts on what America First looks like to you when it comes to immigration.
But asylum seeking isn't meant to be permanent. It never was.
Can you
That is
show me
different
where
than a
that's at in the
legal
law?
immigrant.
No, sir. Asylum status, like seeking asylum, is a legal process. There is a reason why there's literally a law, a
No,
law
I'm not
on the
saying it's not
books under Title 8 U.S. Code 1158 is a legal status. Seeking asylum is a legal process. Asylum status being granted is a legal way to be
Yes,
an immigrant.
I didn't ever say it wasn't legal, but it is not permanent. That is not in the law. You can look it up right now on anything.
Sir, no status is permanent. Are you aware that green card holders, after they've hit their first 2 years, they have to renew their status every 10?
And they have to pay for it. Yes, I work with
Oh,
many
okay.
of them.
So
and they-
you're aware of that. So again, no legal status is permanent unless
No,
you become a
yes, but
naturalized
asylum is
citizen.
not-
Unless you become a naturalized citizen, and it's not required for you to obtain legal status to become a naturalized citizen at the end of it. There are so
Okay.
many individuals that never become naturalized and just become a permanent resident or a non-permanent resident and stay within the United States, and they just pay into our tax system.
Okay, so I think when I brought up Ukraine, you were confused with my intent and where I was going with that. I was just assuming they were still under asylum, and I was not comparing that to the means of.
They were never
actually
granted
going-
asylum. They were given parolee and refugee status.
Okay, refugee status. That's still not permanent, though.
Oh, I'm
That's
not.
different
I
than
don't
having a
just. So now, okay. So now we're shifting the goalpost from
No, it's
America
not
First.
shifting
No,
the
let me break
goalpost.
this down. I'm going to explain this to you how you've shifted the goalpost again. Okay. So now it's America First was supporting legal immigration. Okay.
Yes.
Right. So that's what you said. And then we went down the road of what legal immigration is, coming into the country through the proper channels. But now you've shifted the goalpost to saying that it's because it's not legal immigration, or sorry, permanent immigration now. So now I guess you would be saying that you would be supporting permanent immigration status, which doesn't exist within the laws of the United States of America. So even that doesn't sound like it's
No.
America First. Can you pick a lane?
No. Okay, because coming in on a green card, which is legal immigration.
Yeah,
and
I
having
don't know if
refugee
if you're
status-
aware of this, but there are 7 different kinds of legal status that you can have within the United States of America.
Yes,
You
I'm
just
not-
listed
I'm not
a
saying
singular
it's
way.
illegal to come here as a. I'm not saying it's illegal to come here as a refugee, but that is not permanent. That's it's in the name. It's a refugee. You're fleeing war. And then-
Yeah, isn't it? Why would somebody see? And
Because they
that's where
wanna
I'm like,
go
so,
back.
so let me put this. So now we've shifted the goalpost to saying that now it's just permanent status for immigration, right? Which does not exist
No.
within the United States of America. So can you tell me
No.
how saying now that it has to be permanent immigration, or shifting it to being that it has to be permanent immigration for it to be recognized by you? How is that
No,
America
that's not
First
what
when
I'm-
it doesn't exist
okay.
in our laws?
Okay, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A green card is a form of legal
You're
immigration
awesome.
where they will stay here, and yes, they have to pay every 2 years, and it is
It's
annoying.
every
I work with
10.
many of.
It's after 2
No,
years,
well,
it's 10.
I'm in Minnesota, and every 2
I
or
don't
3
care
years,
about
they
your
have to-
personal experience. The fact that the way it is you have to renew your status every 10 years after the first
No, I didn't
2.
say renew. I said you have to pay every 2 years. They have to pay to keep their card. It's not personal experience. That's just the way it is. I didn't say renew. They have to go in and pay, and it's a pain in the ass. It's like $500 or something. But what I'm not saying that it's illegal to be a refugee. I am saying that if you are immigrating
I
here,
didn't
right?
say
we
that
want
either.
legal. No, I know. So what I'm saying is we want legal immigration, right? A
Okay.
refugee.
You want legal
wants to-
immigration, which is a refugee is a legal status.
but-
Asylee
but
is
that's
a
the
legal
pro- the-
status. Parolee
reason-
is a legal status. Green card
no.
holders is a legal status. Non-permanent resident is a legal status. Permanent non-resident is a legal status. Visa card holders are legal status. The point that
Okay.
I am trying to make that you
I
are still
understand.
seeming to not understand
No,
is
I
that Donald
understand.
Trump is actively revoking status, legal status from individuals who came in through the proper channels, which is what you said you supported. And he
Yes,
is actively moving to deport them.
No.
So
This is
how
what I
is
am
that
saying.
America first?
When I am talking about legal
How is that
immigration,
America first?
Well, okay, but I let you talk to me. Let me finish my point because I understand.
Do you know
100%
why we
what you're
call it
saying,
shifting the goalpost?
But it's not shifting the goalpost.
No,
because
would
my
you
goal-
like
my-
me to explain why it's called shifting the goalpost?
Okay, explain it, but then
Yeah.
can I say something?
It's because you are adding additional qualifications after the fact.
No.
So you are adding qualifiers right now when you're saying, well, what I mean by legal immigration is different from what I actually said at the beginning. So you are adding additional qualifications after the fact to make it fit your narrative because you have been shown something and you even look something up that doesn't
No.
fit
Well,
your
yeah, I did
exact
look-
original statement. And so now to make it fit with your own narrative, you have to shift the goalpost.
Okay, can I respond to that? Yes, I have looked things up. I don't know everything, but what I am saying is,
I
I
wasn't
feel like you are
making that claim.
misquoting. No, I'm just saying. I feel like you're misquoting me either. I don't think intentionally, but could be unintentional. What I'm saying is, yes,
You said promoting
refugees-
legal immigration.
Yes, and
Yeah,
being a
you
refugee
didn't
is
add
a
any,
legal-
and so now this is again. So when you are adding, being a refugee isn't legal immigration, and you're
No,
saying it's
I
not
just said it
permanent.
is.
Yeah, but you are also okay with him, like promoting legal immigration includes refugee status. So now when you are saying that it's okay for him to revoke the status of Ukrainian refugees, you have shifted the goalpost because you are trying to explain why it no longer fits the narrative of your original claim, and you are moving your claim in order to make it fit. That is called shifting the goalpost.
But what
And
I
that's
am
what I
saying
am
is-
trying. And every time you start off with saying, with what I am saying is, you are actively doing
I
it
never got to
again.
finish my whole point.
You have, dude. That's why I'm pulling it right back to what you originally said. America First was promoting legal immigration. And then I was trying to ask you, and this is it. I'm literally closing the book on this topic with you because you are not understanding it. All right. So we're closing it on legal immigration after this.
Well,
Your
not
first
me
statement.
understand. Okay,
You
we
have
can-
added qualifications after the fact, after your
No.
original points was promoting legal immigration was under America First. And after I
Okay.
pointed out to you that he is actively moving to revoke legal status from legal immigrants, you are then having to add qualifications to why it's okay to him doing exactly the opposite of what you said is America First. That is called shifting the goalpost. What is the
Okay,
next
can I
point that
make
you
one
think?
final point
No,
on this?
we are done on legal immigration.
Okay, that's fine, but I hope the chat sees what that was insane. But okay, so
Most people actually understand that you're not understanding how you shifted your own shit. Like,
well, I don't get why you're getting why we can't have an actual just conversation about this.
because you're already having a I'll just put this one up here as a ha. Someone said, "We just saw your incompetent guest." Yes, just to point that out to you, right? And then so many other ones are saying this. I'm pointing out to you the fact that you are engaging in a logical fallacy that you're not understanding, because when something butts against what your narrative is, right?
No, it's not my narrative.
It is. It's butting against your
Refugee status
narrative.
is not permanent, so lifting it up is not being any different than any other president. refugee status has
Right.
been lifted.
So
and I'm like,
again,
okay,
I'm
we can move
done.
on,
We're
but
done. Yeah, you're wrong. You shifted the goalpost multiple
well, it's not
times,
about
and
being
then now you're
wrong.
ignoring boundaries.
What? Okay, can we pull up another topic, or am I done for the day? Like,
I've literally asked you multiple
Yeah.
times to just like go to the next thing that was America First now, and you just
Okay.
continue to try.
can I go? Can I go to the next thing?
Sure. What's another value that falls under America First?
Okay, this is one that I haven't seen the left push as much on recently because they're focusing on other things. But gun rights, that's an essential that's an American value. No other country has as lax gun laws as America does. Is that not? Does that
What
not fall
gun
under
right
value?
is he like pushing out right now? What gun right is like Donald Trump pushing
It's
out
not
right
so
now?
much that he's pushing out, but it's
Oh.
the not taking them away. That's what
Mm.
it is. He's not advocating for more, or like
Cool.
he's not advocating for everyone to have access to fully automatic guns. But the left wanted to take away high capacity magazines, semi-automatic rifles. They wanted everyone to have bolt action rifles, which we've seen with Charlie Kirk's murder, and just in Australia that bolt action rifles kill too. It's not the gun, it's the person.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
So-
I'm going to give you a couple of things here. A,
Okay.
Donald Trump is not a proponent for the Second Amendment. He's not. He's the one that literally advocates for taking away guns and then due process later. He's the one that is advocating for 1% of the United States population to lose access to their guns. For a mental
Transgenders?
disorder, I'm not done. For a mental disorder that's not even considered a mental disorder except by him, right? And by the way, just a friendly reminder as well, like this is actively was actively heard or is on their agenda for the United States Supreme Court to hear arguments in regards to two different Second Amendment cases, one in Hawaii, I don't remember what the other state that it's coming from, but the one in Hawaii in particular is about removing access to guns from individuals that just have a diagnosed mental disorder, but that have not been declared mentally incapable by the court of law, which is due process. Right? So what Donald Trump has proposed is removing guns from 1% of the population without having them declared unfit by a court of law, something that was actively heard in the United States Supreme Court. And by the way, they're more than likely ruling against that law from like SCOTUS blogs rundown of it. So because they're not being granted due process of the law. So Donald Trump is actively moving against the Second Amendment by suggesting that we take away guns from 1% of the population for something that's not even a mental disorder, and even gender dysphoria is being removed from the DSM-6 upcoming publishing, right? It was in the DSM-5. It's no longer considered a mental disorder, according to psychologists. So he's not a proponent to 2A.
Can I respond to that?
Oh, also, he is the last president to have gone against the Second Amendment with his bump stock ban that was overturned in 2022 by the Supreme Court of the United States of America.
Can I respond to that?
You're going to respond against actual facts that the Supreme Court of the United States of America overturned the bump stock ban, and that he suggested something that he absolutely did, which would be ignoring the right to due process.
Okay.
And that he did say, like, I just want to be clear. You're going to argue against actual facts, words that he said out of his mouth, like, I believe in taking the guns first and due process later. You're going to argue against that statement that he said? Like, that he said that statement?
So I actually think it is completely wrong to take guns away from transgender people. 100%. And I also think that bump stocks should be illegal because they turn guns into actual automatic guns, which shouldn't be legal.
Okay, well, the Supreme Court of the United States of America ruled against the bump stock ban.
No, so you
I
support
said banned,
bump stocks?
my bad. No, sir, I'm just giving you what the Supreme Court ruled, that he did violate the Second Amendment of the United States of America.
Okay, yes. But what I'm basically saying is that bump stocks, not many, I have 7 AR style rifles, AKs, ARs. I don't have a single bump stock.
I'm
okay?
actually, hold on. I want to add something, and I'm not trying to interrupt you here, I promise. But the thing is if he had gone through the legal process of having it reviewed by Congress in order to make it a law about the bump stock bans instead of relying on an executive order that just changed the policy within the ATF, it probably would have never been overturned because it would have had the chance to be
Yeah.
reviewed by legal scholars.
Yeah,
Instead,
most
he didn't
people-
do it because he thinks that he can rule by executive order, which are not laws.
Well, first of all, I don't think he's this huge gun guy anyway. Like,
Oh,
he's not,
so
like a-
then he
No, but-
doesn't fall under your America First values when
no,
it
that's
comes
not
to
what-
guns. Donald
not
Trump
what I-
is
in
not
the
bringing
beginning-
back. Well, no. You just said he's not a huge gun
No.
guy.
But rewind to the beginning of what I said when I first said Donald Trump isn't trying to add any more gun stuff. He's just not trying to take them away. That doesn't mean you're a huge gun guy. It's the same thing.
Okay.
I'm in Minnesota.
But
That
I've
is
given
what-
you
that is
3
one thing I
different
give Tim Walz.
examples of how he went
No,
against the Second
But you didn't
Amendment
let me give my examples of what the
specifically.
left wanted to take away. That would
I don't
affect way
care
more
about
people.
the left. We are talking about Donald Trump. I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
doing a compare and contrast between Donald Trump and the supposed leftist candidate that does not exist that can take over his office of presidency right this fucking second. I'm not
is
having
not
that
what I am saying.
conversation.
No, that's not what I'm having. My
Oh
whole
my
point
God.
was no. Can I say this last point? My whole point in the beginning of this conversation about guns was Trump is not adding anything, but the whole value is he's not taking anything. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
trying to
not
compare
even
with
what
the
you
left.
said. You literally
No,
just
that
said
is-
that he's
that
more
is
of a
100%
proponent for
left.
Second A. You said that he was this big proponent for the Second Amendment.
No, okay,
You're
that is
awesome.
not true at all. That is not what I said. I said he's not trying to take away the guns. That is what America's values are. In the whole beginning of this, you can rewind this clip. Like you said, he's
No,
not adding
you
tons
simply
of things,
just
but he's
said that
not
it was
trying-
the Democrats that wanted to take away the guns. You
No,
didn't
not take away
you
the
didn't
guns.
say
High
that Trump
capacity
wanted
magazine.
to. So again, let me
No.
let me just piggyback on pinpoint onto this one, and I want you to maybe do some critical thinking here. You said that you don't support Donald Trump trying to take away guns from 1% of the United States population.
No, I don't.
Yeah. So how do you support him for America First values when he's actively going against what you said was an America First
Because-
value of guns? And he's done it
Because
multiple
like you
times.
said, that is 1%. Like I said, you didn't even let me get my whole point out. Like
You're
I said, that is
awesome.
1% of the population. Banning high capacity magazines.
Oh,
will affect-
it's okay just because it's 1% of the population.
No, but I'm using. Okay, this is you like you said, critical thinking. Yes, like I'm obviously going to be more supportive of someone who takes away 1% of guns rather than 90% of guns, like Joe Biden wanted to pass.
I
but
don't.
got
No,
denied.
he didn't. You don't even
No.
know what the policy was. You
No.
don't even know what the policy was. What was there was
On
this
high
thing?
capacity
There was this
magazines?
thing. There was this thing that was like passed into law, and it went for 10 years and was never overturned by the United States Supreme Court. Do you happen to know what I'm like talking about?
Yes, because you're talking about guns, and I'm talking about the magazine.
No, I'm not
aspect of it.
talking about that either. What? All right, dude, I'm done following you. So
Well, the
like,
bipartisan.
so here I'm gonna
bipartisan-
tell you this. If you want to go have a gun debate with somebody, because 2A is not my
Well,
specialty.
I'm not-
Second Amendment, dude,
Oh,
slow
okay,
down for
we
a
can
second.
Move on. Well,
Hold on. Seriously, for a
Okay.
second. If you want to have a Second Amendment debate with somebody, feel free. You can go to @cross. I think it's gosh, I'm gonna get it wrong. 5024, I think it is. It's Brett Cross. Whatever. You can
Well,
go have a gun debate with him. But the point is, Donald Trump is not an advocate for the Second Amendment. And you're okay if and to be clear, you're the one who said that you're okay with him proposing to remove it from 1% of the population as long as he doesn't try to remove it from 90% of the population, even though you forget that just means that he can come for yours later. Cool.
but why? No, but
Donald
you get
Trump
what I
is
am
not
saying?
a proponent of the Second Amendment. Can you agree with that?
He's not. but
Okay,
he's not
fantastic.
also against it. No, yes, I agree with that, but he's
He
also
absolutely
not against
is
it.
against it. If he wants to remove it just for 1% of the population, he is absolutely against it. Something that would actively violate the 5th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution, plus the 2nd Amendment of the United States Constitution, actively violating 3 amendments of our United States Constitution, actively proves that he's against America First because he doesn't even support the backbone of our society, which is the Constitution, doesn't even support your second biggest issue of this Second Amendment. He absolutely is not a proponent of America First. He is not a proponent of guns.
You didn't even let me get to like make a point or anything about what my whole point was.
Yeah, because all you do is move the goalpost again.
It's not moving the goalpost. You just don't let me finish my whole point. Like I'm trying to have an actual like good faith argument, and you keep
No,
like
you
saying
literally
I'm
keep
saying
moving
things.
your own point. Thank you, Kula, for that. Guys, 1 second. Sorry. Actually, dude, just have a good night. 1 second over on everywhere else. Guys, if you are new here, be sure to hit that follow button or that subscribe button, depending on what platform you are on. The best way, easiest way to support me is if you become a super fan, subscriber, or a member. Those are the cheapest ways to support me. Okay. Sorry, guys, I am on multiple platforms, and I think Maureen, thank you for the 3. I did see that. That one came late, as I did see yours, Maureen. Thank you so much. Okay. And W Feisty, she did send this. Guys, I will get to your super chats. Just give me a little bit. I want to find another caller here. The phone lines are open again.
I did see yours, Maureen. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Awesome.
And W Feisty.
I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you?
23.
23. Are you still supporting Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his first year in his current presidency to earn your continued support?
The coolest raid ever.
The coolest what?
Raid ever.
Oh, so violating international law.
Yeah, that was the coolest raid ever.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you. You don't like laws. That makes sense. Have a good one, my guy. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I'm on there.
Maybe. How old are you? At that point, like, I just assume that you want to slur. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
34?
34. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second. I just want to address something real quick. Because apparently people don't have their ears open, and I think it's funny. So Damien says, LOL, she said Trump was president in 2022. What I specifically said was that the Supreme Court of the United States of America overturned Trump's bump stock ban in the year 2022. Not that Donald Trump was president in 2022. Perhaps if you opened your ears, you would know that, but your listening skills are lacking. So anyway, so what specifically has Donald Trump done in his first year back in office to earn your continued support?
Immigration and removing Maduro from Venezuela.
Okay, slowing down immigration.
Illegal immigration.
Slowing down illegal immigration. And how can we know if illegal immigration has decreased?
Under Trump's administration back in 2020, we had hundreds of
Oh,
thousands
wait. Did I talk to you
coming in.
yesterday?
That's the first time I call.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I'm actually really good with numbers, but
I'm telling you, it's the very first time I
no,
call.
I recognize you because you sound like you're reading from a list every single time.
What? I'm from
Oh,
Venezuela, and I want to
doesn't
argue with
even
you
go
about
that
why.
far back. Dang, that's crazy.
Okay, so yeah,
Nah, you're not. I definitely talked to him yesterday. Right, guys. Won't let me call. Says not a bit. I turn it on do not disturb so I don't hear the freaking beep, beep, beeping. It's definitely him. He is reading from a list. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks, Polly. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, nigger.
See, they wanted to slur. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
20.
20. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
Cool. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his first year back in office to earn your continued support?
Can you repeat that? You cut out.
What exactly has Donald Trump done or achieved in his first year back in office, so his first 12 months of this current presidency, to earn your continued support?
Do you have a leaky bum?
What? Why do men? Yeah, I know it does, Polly. It's weird. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his first 12 months back in office to earn your continued support?
Oh, it's just his America first outlook on the world right now.
America first outlook on the world. Are
I say
you,
it weird.
and I'm just trying to make sure if I understand you correctly or not. Are you saying like pushing American values on the rest of the world?
I don't say pushing American values. I say more of his America first outlook. So the way he's doing it is much different than other people would think. I
Okay.
would
And America
like to be,
first is just a slogan. So can you break down what that is exactly? Because it's literally just a slogan.
yes, ma'am. So I'll start off by asking, can I ask you a couple questions first so I can get your outlook on the idea?
I don't have an idea of what America first means.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to get your opinion on it, and then I was going to give you why.
No, I would like you to give me a definition or an idea of what America first looks like.
Okay,
Because
so to me,
it's literally just a slogan.
America first is starting off with, let's just say, the Constitution. All right, the Constitution of the United States, although it's very bland and very simple and to the point, there are other dots and unseen, unknown parts of the Constitution that people don't really pay attention to. I like how Trump uses those hidden, like odd looking constitutional loopholes and how he operates the United States.
So violating the United States Constitution?
You can call it that. No matter what I say, I know it's going to be, yeah, no matter what I say, I know it's going to be called something else. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my point down.
Where can I find this like secret Freemason Illuminati Constitution? I'd like to read it.
All right, ma'am. So did you know that it is a constitutional, it's not actually, it's a constitutional strategy.
Wait. Are you a sovereign citizen?
Yes, I am.
Oh. You're weird. That explains it. It's not driving, it's traveling. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes. Hi. How are you doing?
Doing well. How old are you?
I am 37.
37. Guys, if you don't know about sovereign citizens, please just like Google videos of them getting arrested. Okay? They're hilarious videos. All right?
They're
Please go
absurd
look it
people
up.
are.
They're absolutely hilarious.
That's
Are you are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes. I'm about 75-25 at this point.
Okay. So what exactly has Donald Trump done in his first year back in office to earn your continued support?
So as somebody who's worked in former intelligence, I know a lot of people kind of scoff at what was going on the southern border, but there are some people that have come across that are not, let's say, kosher individuals. And while I don't necessarily agree that everybody's that has been picked up by ICE has deserved to be picked up, I think that we have to recognize as American citizens, regardless of party, that we have a real issue on our hand with people who do want to do harm to American citizens. And,
Yeah, other American
I'm a little
citizens
bit
statistically.
as well. You are correct on that. Yes, ma'am. You are correct on that. But there are foreign actors who are here who are not here for pleasure. And I guess in a way I don't believe that Biden or the left would pursue them in such a manner. That's not to say they don't. But
No, actually, specifically what occurred under the Biden administration, and we're not sticking on this long because you can find the memo that was issued by Mayorkas in early 2021, is that
yes,
they focus on specifically individuals who were convicted of violating the law, like convicted, in order for them to be deported. That's what they focused on instead of trying to track down individuals that they don't know exactly where they're at or racially profiling them like we're currently doing in this administration by just being like, oh, well, we know that immigrants go to Home Depot to try to find jobs, even though white people do it too. And we're just going to try to pick them up and see if they've got papers or not.
listen, you're not wrong on that. There's definitely
Yeah.
some of that going on.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not
But
gonna
there's
say that. Like, let me be very clear. Like, there is zero love lost for Biden. I don't care. He definitely fumbled the border. It's disingenuous for anyone to try to say otherwise.
yes.
But again, like, cool. I guess I don't like. I don't. There's really
I
nothing to say
understand.
about it.
You're
It's just
awesome.
There's-
literally.
It's a hard situation all around. There's no doubt about that. Specifically, I will point to the arrest of. Now, I honestly just came across the stream.
Yeah.
I don't have a name in front of me, but there was a member of. I'm not sure if it was one of the Pakistani groups, or if it was a member of an Afghan. It was not Taliban. It was another group that had come across the border. He was filmed coming across the border. When asked who he was and why he was coming, he said, "Don't worry about it. You'll find out who I am." People did find out who he was, and it turned out that this man actually was a terrorist who was known not just by the United States, but by other nations, including Saudi Arabia, and I believe it was Iran as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look back at it, and I'd have to give you a call another time. I don't have that much time to sit and dilly-dally, but I will say that I a lot of people give you grief on here, but I think that you do listen and you do actually, take points and respond well. And there's not a whole lot of that going around, so I appreciate that.
You can keep going. Sorry, the dog just heard a noise.
That's okay. That's all I have for the evening. I actually have to get going. I've got to get to work here in a bit.
Okay, well, yeah, if you can find out the name, I'll look into it. That's about all I can say on that. So,
Yes, ma'am. I hope you enjoy your evening.
you too, man.
Have a good night.
You too. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. People want to see you. Summer, come here. Come here. Come here. There we goes. There we goes. Hi, guys. There's a puppers. There's a puppers. She's so excited. There's a dog outside, and I know it. She wants to go and yell, bark at the dog, but she'll be okay. She literally just went outside, so she is okay. Ooh, thank you, Kula, for the level ship. Guys, if you can, over on TikTok, light up the gift gallery. It does a lot. Thank you for calling the stream. Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Oh, hello.
Hi, how old are you?
29 or 30. I don't really remember how old I am. I stopped keeping track.
Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No.
All right. Well, thanks, man. I've never heard that before. That was a loop. I'll have to. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, mega biatch.
Well, let's see. You did get to 5 words yesterday. Can we challenge you to get to 10 words in a sentence?
Trump is your daddy, ho.
That's not 10 words.
Mega biatch.
So you're still failing. Can I ask you something? Because I was actually asked this before. Did you save this number in your phone?
I bet you smell like fish.
Oh, I'll take that as a yes. So this guy just likes to call in every single day because apparently at 9
Mega
p.m.
biatch,
at
mega
night,
biatch,
he's
mega
got
biatch,
nothing to do.
mega biatch.
FDJT. Butt munch. Pookie pie. FDJT.
What'd you say, FJB? Fuck Joe Biden?
No, I said FDJT.
Mega biatch.
So you're not capable
You
of
smell like
stringing
fish.
together a sentence that has more
Nah,
than
'cause
4
you stink.
words and you
I can
don't know
tell by
what
looking at
letters
you, you
are.
stink,
Got
bro.
it. Man is lonely. He saved that number in his phone. That's weird, guys. Why would you save this number? It's just a random number on the internet. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 33.
33. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am, yes.
Awesome. Do you mind just giving me 1 second?
Sure.
Cool. I also want to point out, like, really quickly as well, that the dude is off. Like, you have to have a level of obsession to continue to call someone like almost every single night. So you don't like me, but you're obsessed with me. All right. Thank you for that. So what specifically has Donald Trump done in his first year back in office that has earned your continued support?
I think that just what we saw over the last 4 years and him coming in, doing the tax cuts, the Job Act.
The TCJA was 2017. So I'm asking you about his current presidency. What exactly has he done in these 12 months? I'm not asking
so-
about 2017 to 2021.
So he slowed down immigration at the border, or illegal immigration. He implied tariffs, or he imposed tariffs. So he pressured China so that they could stop the IP theft. He also came in. I respect what he did with Maduro. Was it the best? Maybe not. Maybe not the best optics, but you know, if you go back to early 2020, every single Democrat was hammering on Trump for not doing anything in Venezuela. And so then he does it, and now they completely flip around on him. So I just think that it was a success, what he did. I think that we're seeing a steady, I don't know. I mean, do you want to talk, or what are the rules here? What do you want to
Sure.
go back and forth about?
Let's start on this. The United States has a 15% tariff on Japan. Who pays that 15% tariff to the United States government?
Those that import, so any sort of
American
business.
importers. Oh, individuals, because he got rid of the de minimis clause, which allowed an exception for any imports that are valued under $800 to not be subject to a tariff. So any individual that imports anything from outside of the country now is automatically getting a tariff from whichever country it is.
So it's
So
not
so you like tariffs, right?
sure. Yes, you could say that.
That's funny, Polly. Okay, so you like tariffs and you like the fact that we are charging an additional tax or a fee on the American people?
It's not a tax on the fee though. It's dependent on like it is a basic Econ 101 that it is based on the businesses and the importing firm, and then it depends on like the competition and how currency moves. It's not directly put onto us as the
Oh,
consumer.
no. I didn't make that claim. I said you like that Americans are paying for it because you've already agreed that, yeah, tariffs are not in Economy 101, to be very clear. Or Economics 101, they're not. But to be very clear, the only claim that I've made is that tariffs are paid by American importers, which can be literally
No,
everybody, which could be
give me an
literally.
example of where tariffs have.
Wait, did you not already agree that tariffs are paid by the American importers?
No, yes, but it is not on us as the consumer.
I didn't say that. You're making that leap off of something I never said.
Okay, so
I
then
said that
why-
Americans are paying for the tariffs, which is a true
Yeah, you
statement.
just said that.
Because okay, what are you not understanding? American
I'm an
importers,
I'm an
American
American.
importers are
Okay.
paying that 15% tariff when they import something into it. So when I say Americans are paying for imports, they are paying for
Yes.
that tariff. That is
Okay,
a
so
true
then that-
statement because the American importers.
So then
are
that brings
paying
us
it.
back to America First policy.
How
because
is it
that's going
America
to bring-
first when
because
Donald
it-
Trump is
encourages
telling
manufacturers
when Donald
to come
Trump
back to the
yeah, I'll
United
get to that
States.
in a second. Well, how is it America first to say that we are imposing blanket tariffs across the United States of America, right? And while also telling the American people that these tariffs that are being placed as a blanket are being paid by the foreign country, when you have just agreed that that is a lie and that it is the American importer who is paying for the tariffs. How is that America first?
Because what that does is it tells these corporations and these manufacturers that they need to come back to the United States to start manufacturing these products. We cannot send them over to these other countries that pay very, very little money, or we take advantage of low wages. It encourages these companies to come back to the United States.
So why
we
have we
can't just
lost
keep-
100,000 manufacturing jobs in the United States of America since Donald Trump was re-inaugurated into office in 2025?
I don't know how to check that because I'm not
It's
looking
on
at
the
anything,
Bureau
so I
of Labor
can't-
Statistics recent
Okay.
report issued on December 16th, 2025 for the unemployment data, where it shows, and I did round it up to 100,000, but it's 98,000 manufacturing jobs lost in the United States since the beginning of 2025.
I am going to have to look at that because I don't have anything to go back on that. So I
I'll
will look at
just remind everybody, it's literally on the data, like that's directly from BLS.gov. The most, you can
Okay, but
literally just
what-
type in
what-
CPI. It'll give you the most recent one. Read the PDF. It tells you that it's 98,000 manufacturing jobs since the beginning of 2025 have been lost in the United States. That's up 20,000 manufacturing jobs lost just from September to November.
Okay, so can I
Oh, I'm
fact
curious.
check
Were you
that
a
or
fan? I mean, yeah, you can go to bls.gov, type in CPI. It's quite easy to do. But I'm curious. Were you a fan of Donald Trump in 2015?
I at first thought it was kind of a joke.
Mm.
I thought like, what is going on? This guy is running. I never like hated him or like I never had the ill will towards him that the media kind of drove us to. I just didn't really take it all that seriously because did really anyone? I mean, it
Okay.
kind of came out of left field and was super unexpected that he was going to come in and be president.
Okay, cool. So I would assume then by you saying that, that means that you didn't see his interview that he had with Katie Tur when she was with NBC back in 2015.
Okay, but I bet you're going to tell me about it.
I am. I'm actually going to give you just a brief explanation because it hits on two things that you said. All right. So he
Okay.
sat down with Katie Tur, and even like when he first was campaigning in 2015, he was like, the best word that he had, right, was tariffs. That was his economic policy. Simply put, tariffs, right?
Yep.
And so Katie Tur pressed him on it. She said, if you were to impose tariffs on a country like China, and your Trump ties, right? So one part of the business, even though it's way more than just one part of the Trump businesses that are manufactured in China, but the Trump businesses, like Trump ties specifically, are manufactured in China. When
Okay.
you impose tariffs on China, are you going to move your manufacturing of Trump ties from China back to the United States of America? Can you guess what he said?
I'm going to say that he probably said no, he's going to keep it in China.
Yeah. And do you want to know why he said no?
Why don't you enlighten me?
He said no because she asked him. It would still be
Okay.
cheaper to pay the tariffs than to move manufacturing back here and pay American workers.
Okay, but then
And do you want to know
he,
where Trump ties are still actively made?
let me guess, China.
Yeah, even if I don't know if you bought any of his Trump merchandise, it's also not made in the United States of America.
What was not made in the United States of America?
Trump Bible,
Okay, well, that is
the
a total
hats
gimmick. And if
were
people
not
want to
made
buy
in the
that,
United States
what,
either. The current
I don't
hats
have
are not
I
made in
don't
the
have a
United
mega
States.
hat.
No, I'm giving you
Okay,
examples, right? Like you
sure.
voted for somebody that says tariffs are going to bring back manufacturing to the United States when his own manufacturing that
It's
has his name that's operated by
an
his family now, it's
it's
not
an
an
encouragement. Yes, it
then why after 8 years, right? Sorry, 9
Yep.
years going on it. Why, after 9 years of tariffs under Trump's policies, has Donald Trump's businesses not moved a singular part of their manufacturing to the United States of America if it so encourages them to move manufacturing to the United States?
Because it's a leverage and it's a way to bring money in through those taxes. So he still has to pay
Oh, so
those,
just
which
more
money comes
taxes
back
on
into the United
Americans.
States.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So I just want to
No,
be clear. See, this is the thing that I always think is like the biggest hypocrisy, and especially from Donald Trump, right? I'm pointing out his hypocrisy right now. Is that Donald Trump says it's going to, like, tariffs are going to be amazing. They are going to be bringing back manufacturing into the United States of America. He himself and his family has never brought any manufacturing that's under the Trump name to the United States of America. And you voted for somebody that's never done that, but has promised that these tariffs would bring manufacturing back, and yet we've lost 98,000 manufacturing jobs in 2025.
But that's not factual by the way that you're claiming it.
Did you pull up the Bureau of Labor Statistics data?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep. So that it reflects economic forces, not just the policies. So it's based off of other things leading up to this year. It's not just his direct
Oh,
policies.
sir, they don't
It's
actually quote, they don't cite policies there. They just cite numbers, and I'm giving you an exact number telling you what the Bureau of Labor
okay, but you're
Statistics
playing
is. I'm
you're
not
playing the
playing it.
whatabout game.
I'm asking
Yes,
you a
you are playing the
question.
whatabout
It's not
game.
about a whataboutism. The point is, like, I don't think you understand this. Donald Trump has said that it's going to be bringing manufacturing back to the United States of America. We have seen, in fact, a decline in manufacturing in 2025, point blank period. Donald Trump says that tariffs are going to bring manufacturing back to America, but Donald Trump himself and his family has refused to move any of their manufacturing for their multiple different things that they manufacture under the Trump name into the United States of America. That is the only claim that I am making. I am not saying that it's because of tariffs. I am saying that it is against tariffs, right? Donald Trump says regardless of tariffs being in place, he will not and his family will not, and they've made this very clear, regardless of tariffs being in place, they will not bring any part of that manufacturing under the Trump name into the United States of America. And again, the only thing that I said is if tariffs are helping it, then why are we showing a decline in manufacturing? And that's not attributing it just to tariffs, right? There are external factors like AI. That's the specific reason why Amazon laid off 3,000 employees, announced it in October, right? But that is
Yep.
not the only contributing factor. Tariffs absolutely have a factor in the manufacturing market. And again, we see this because we also saw the job loss in the manufacturing industry under his first term. But the point is, again, this is Donald Trump's hypocrisy. It's not coming back to the United States of America.
It's also a leverage tool for, I mean, I don't know. It's trade. You also have to work on a global scale of trade, and it is a leverage tool to work with other countries. He doesn't want to shut everything off. Like, I think that's a huge,
I didn't say that either.
liberal talking point is to.
Did I
but
say that?
That is.
Did
an
I say he wants to
insinuation.
shut everything off?
No.
Then
I
your
am
diatribe
arguing-
right now is completely irrelevant. You're talking to me, not the liberal not the liberal under your bed. That's the boogeyman, apparently.
It's so condescending trying to talk to you. That's the hardest thing about this, is that we're trying to have a back and forth, but you have to go and do these little things with picking names and calling the liberal under my bed. I'm trying to have
Sir,
a rational
if
conversation.
you were let me point this out to you.
Please, you're so smart. Please
Yeah.
tell me.
Sure. When you are bringing up a point that I haven't said, and you're saying because liberals say X, Y, and Z, you are arguing a point that I have never made and have zero intentions to making them. And what you are saying, you are lumping me into this group. You are putting me in this box that I'm not associated with, and when you say things such as liberals say this, it's like you are making them a boogeyman. And that's why I'm saying the boogeyman under your bed being the liberal. Because apparently liberals are boogeymen to you when you have to utilize them to be like, liberals say this.
Well, how am I supposed to defend Trump?
Why do you need to defend him?
Because the question is why I support Trump.
Does that mean you have to defend him?
That's literally what it means when I support someone, is to defend that person.
No, it's
That is what
actually,
supporting.
I'm so glad you brought this up, because I think this is a good point to make. I am not asking you to defend Donald Trump. I'm asking you to defend your support in Donald Trump. And what I am doing, and that's what's making you so uncomfortable and what's making you accuse me of being condescending and then putting me in a box with other liberals, which I'm not a liberal, to be very clear, is I am pushing you to think critically and I am pressuring you to consider your reasoning further. And it's making you uncomfortable.
It's not making me uncomfortable. It's part of having a conversation is that when we go about these things, there has to be a sense of defense because of the world that we live in today. So I'm sorry that it may come on to you or whatever, but that is just how the world is. And you're very professional at this. Obviously, you have your stream that you do this every single night. I've been trying to call in the last 2 days to talk to you.
Thank you for being a
So,
fan.
yes, so you know what you're doing. So you have to have a little grace when I don't exactly know how the rules work in your playing field because I'm on your playing field, and that's fine. That's why I call into this. So when we get into this stuff, it does feel a little bit like a defense of Donald Trump because the way that you pose certain pushback. So yes, I can say
Nope,
I
it's
still
just
support
me
Trump.
pushing you on you defending yourself. I'm getting you to one of the callers was a perfect example, okay? Is he said that he supported Donald Trump for America First values, and the first one being about supporting legal immigration. And then I explained to him how Donald Trump is not in support of legal immigration with actively trying to strip status and deporting people who actually went through the proper channels, and including people that were on their way to their naturalization ceremony, meaning stuff was already approved, to deport them. So he's not a proponent of legal immigration. And then the guest had to add qualifiers to what he meant after the fact, and him trying to rationalize to himself his own support
Yeah, well, we're not
because
professional
Donald Trump
debaters.
No, see, you're not understanding. This isn't about being a professional debater. This is about me pressuring you and that other individual for being against, like Donald Trump actively being against things that you claim to care about or that you claim are values that you agree with. And then you have to go through the process of putting yourself in a pretzel to continue to rationalize your support for an
No,
individual that owes you literally nothing and that you owe
no,
literally
no.
nothing
It's
to.
it's a psychological tactic in the way that this works. When we have this conversation, and you're very good at it. I will, if I can give you any credit, it's you're very good at being able to pinpoint little things within a conversation, not the full sentence, and be able to pick that out and then push towards something instead of looking at the overall thought behind it. So that's
Have I not
just the
reiterated
way.
your claims back to you almost verbatim?
No.
Which claim did I not reiterate back to you almost verbatim that you first made before you added qualifiers after the fact?
Do you think that I can go back to this conversation and pull that out?
You don't remember what you said?
That is the point
I'll
that
help
I'm
you out.
getting at is that
Slow
you
down illegal immigration. See, this is actually why I have a notebook and why I take notes while people are talking.
That's great.
Right? Slow down illegal immigration.
Yes.
Tariffs. I did just simplify that one to tariffs. And then you also specifically went over IP theft from China, right? Stop that, right? And then you
Yep.
talked about that you supported what he did with Venezuela and going in and getting Maduro and bringing him back to the United States of America, right?
Yeah, are you Hispanic by chance?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Okay, so why do you do this liberal Maduro? Why do you roll your R's on that?
I grew up around Spanish-speaking people. Does that offend you?
Oh, okay, I got you. So you have to kind of kowtow to that. Nope, I get it.
Cowtoe? Really? Is that what you got?
Well, it's just one of these things that you are a white person. I'm
Does
a
it
white
offend
person.
you if
I
I
say
do this?
Maduro. No.
Does it offend you if I say Iran?
No, I think
Does
it's
it
just
offend you
stupid.
if I say Bangladesh?
No, I
Is it
just
going
think
to
that
offend
it's
you if
ridiculous.
I say Yisrael? Is it going to offend you if I say Qatar?
Isn't it Qatar?
I actually watched a video on this today that it is Qatar.
Oh, okay. Well, then we got to remind Biden and Kamala that
Yeah, everybody
when they were
pronounces
calling
it
it Qatar.
incorrectly. I see, the thing is, I don't correct people on their pronunciation because that doesn't bother me on how people will pronounce other country names wrong, because we grew up not knowing that, right? The only reason why I personally know how to say Bangladesh, and that's the name of how it's said, is because there was a foreign exchange student at my high school that was from Bangladesh, and she asked me, "Hey, would you not say it that way? We actually pronounce it this way instead of saying Bangladesh." And I was like, good to know. And it stuck in my head.
Okay, so that's
Javi, does it affect you if I say
Bangladesh.
Javi?
Say Bangladesh in the way that you would say Maduro.
There is no R to roll.
Oh, so you've
I'm sorry.
never worked
Where
with
is
anyone from India?
the R in Bangladesh? Where is
Why wouldn't
the
you say it
D?
with
What,
why
like,
wouldn't you say it with an Indian accent? You said everything else with the accent of the state or the country that it's
Maduro
from. Why
is
wouldn't
not
you say that?
is not a Spanish accent. It's called rolling your R's. Do you
I
know how
said
to roll your
Hispanic.
R's? I literally just did this.
I can try. I'm from Minnesota. I can.
It's not doing it with a Spanish accent. It is simply rolling my
Then why
R's.
wouldn't you
It's
call it
very similar.
Bangladesh?
Is
Why
it
wouldn't you call it
when I say
Bangladesh?
Iran, is that me doing it with a Spanish accent, or am I just rolling my R's?
Why would you roll your R for Iran?
Because Iran is the correct pronunciation. Just like
That's not.
most people don't know that Yisrael is the correct pronunciation of Israel.
That's really great.
Yeah,
I don't really care about Israel, so
cool.
I think it's
Man,
my point is
wait,
that
it's so crazy that like it made you so upset that I rolled my R on Maduro.
because your grouping of people, whatever that may be, I'm sure we can put it in a box, has this asphyxiation with
Thank you, Aaron.
trying to be like super ethnic of certain things, and it's just it just shows that, I don't know, it's just annoying.
Having
Like,
respect for a name or another country that I choose to show is somehow, oh, it's annoying to you. Got it. And it's some kind of like ethnic thing. It's not, sir. Like, I don't like, oh my gosh.
I don't know. You can be annoyed
What
with
did you
things.
what
You
did
can be annoyed with
where's
things that I
where's
bring up about
Deutschland?
Trump.
Where is Deutschland?
Deutschland, isn't that Germany?
Yes. Does that offend you that I say Deutschland?
No, you didn't do anything special with that one.
Yeah, I did. Deutschland. Do you see how you said Deutschland and I said Deutschland? That actually is me modifying an accent to a degree. Deutschland.
Okay. Okay. Can we go back to whatever we're talking about, or would you like another caller?
I think I'm good. Well, actually, hold on. Somebody wants to say something. What is it? Bro is upset because he doesn't know how to work his tongue. Male loneliness epidemic makes sense now. Damn. W Laura for that one. And if I said your name wrong, please let me know. I will fix it. All right, well, bye, Pookie.
Yeah, bye.
You think, like, oh, what? You thought you were going to get me, like, so upset that you were going to call me a see you next Tuesday? Boy, bye. That's not an insult. You think it's an insult because it's the best you got. All right, let me read through some of these. Like, what? How do you get, like, yeah, that's funny, not yours. He waited days in trying to call into me to end it with "by cunt." Like, okay, you really slayed. You really slayed with that one. You did so well. You did so good. But the fact is, and Davo, if you're in here, that definitely needs clipped. He got so pressed over me rolling my R in a word. Like, I just want to let you guys know that, yes, my name appears on screen. Half of you are going to say it's Airy because you mix up letters for whatever reason. It's like, and some of you will say Ari, but for those who are capable of rolling their R's, it would be Ari. And just a friendly reminder, guys, I'm rated Ari. Y'all came up with that nickname, by the way. Just want to let you guys know. Okay, I've missed a lot. Thank you for all of the jewels. A lot of you sent some, like Nadine. And these guys have the nerve to get bent when we talk to them as if they're stupid. Well, he definitely did, Sean. I know that was a couple of callers ago, but that guy definitely did. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes,
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 33.
33. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Actually, I used to be a liberal, I would say, and over time, I think I've begun to be convinced that Donald Trump is someone that I do want to support. Right now, I'm kind of like on the 50-50, and I'm slowly just being won over by him.
Okay, well, you're not really convinced in your support, and I'm sure I would love to talk to you another time about why you're leaning towards him, but you're not really
Well, I can
convinced
give
in
you
it.
the main
So
reason why I do
I
support
would
him.
just
Like,
say
if
continue
there was an
listening in.
election today, I would vote for him.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good for you.
Yeah, so the main reason that I support him now is just because I believe that the president of the United States, he or she, like, optics is a very big factor in terms of what the president does, right? And I feel like the type of optics that he's presenting is one of, like, strength and scorched earth. I guess, like, speaking of scorched earth, when it comes to, like, the immigration policy, I feel like he's going very scorched earth on it, and I feel like other examples of like leaders that have gone scorched earth, for example, like Bukele in El Salvador, or even like the police state Singapore, they've kind of like gotten their crime rates super low, and that's because they didn't go one way or the other. They were very firm in what they were going to do. For example, Bukele, I'll give, before I get interrupted, Bukele wanted to crack down on MS-13, right? And the way that he did
MS-13
it,
is an American-founded gang in Los Angeles, California, sir. MS-13
okay, I understand,
is
but
not in El
Mara
Salvador.
Salvatrucha is in El Salvador. But basically, the way that he wanted to crack down on them is that anybody who had a tattoo, it didn't matter what type of tattoo it was or whatever it was, they would get
So
taken by
do
the
you want
police
Donald
and
Trump
jailed.
to do martial law within the United States?
Well, it worked for El Salvador.
Do you want Donald Trump to do martial law in the United States?
Yes, it worked for El Salvador.
Gotcha.
Even though
So
in
you're just
El
here for the
Salvador there
greatest
were some
harm.
people that were innocent that were taken to Secot.
So do
they
you also
still
believe that people should
they
be
still had
denied their
significantly
right?
reduced
Do
crime rates.
you believe
They
that
still had significantly reduced crime rates, and it didn't matter if there were some stragglers along the way.
okay. Do you believe that individuals within the United States should be denied the right to due process?
No, they should not. However,
Oh,
if
okay.
you do,
So I'm
if
gonna
you
no
if
no
you
no
go
no
scorched
pause
earth, you are going to do that for some people.
pause. Fantastic. I haven't had to do that today, and I really didn't want to do that. Okay. So people should not be denied the right to due process, but you are okay with the way that Bukele cracked down on crime in El Salvador. And are you
Yeah.
aware that it's because they're actively denying the right to due process that actually
That
is
is correct.
allowed
They
within their
are.
country? So
Yes. Yes, but one of the
Hmm.
points Bukele said is that yes,
I
although you are denying the rights of some citizens who
do you
who are
support
innocent
torturing
people,
prisoners?
they're hold on, let me just finish my point.
No, I'm
The
okay.
people who are
Do you
innocent,
support torturing prisoners?
yes, that's what the
Oh,
CIA does
so
right now.
you're against the United States Constitution. Are you aware of which constitutional amendment that violates?
First of all,
Are you
if it
aware
is,
of which constitutional amendment
no,
torture
I'm not.
violates?
I'm not, but
You're
you
not?
realize that the
Cool.
CIA
It
literally
says, no, I'm
tortures
going to help you with something out
foreign.
real quick. I'm going to help you out with something really quickly. Okay. I just want to let you know
Do you
that
think that
if
the
you're,
CIA doesn't torture prisoners?
okay. I just want to let you know,
Does the CIA?
and just keep doing that. You're going to get, this is going to happen. Every time you interrupt me, that's just going to keep happening. So let's try this again. You should definitely go ahead with your support in Donald Trump if you are already against the United States Constitution, because Donald Trump is actively violating the United States Constitution. You can go get fucking
Bukele
wrecked.
violated the.
I didn't say Bukele, you dummy.
Awesome.
God fucking damn. All right. Wednesday said these conservatives are brain dead. It's crazy. It's so, yeah, I agree. Donald Trump is an American savior. Please, I'm begging for a tough talking non-enlister that plays Call of Duty. I'm begging you, tough guys. Hey Ari, I love when you tell callers, first of all, show me the liberal in the room. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Rowan, for all of the jewels. She's so pretty when she smiles. Well, Pumbaa, I try. Normally, it's like a Cheshire grin when I just am like, ooh, I got something. Yay. Thank you, Naroski, for all of the jewels. Why do MAGA live in a world of lies and hate? I wish I knew, boss. I wish I knew. But thank you for that, Canadian 279. You know you're doing something right when MAGA floods your chat to try to troll. I love it. Oh, you know what? Real. You know what's even worse is when MAGA pays to insult me. I absolutely hate it. I absolutely hate it when they pay to insult me. And Feisty, I wish at some point we could claim refugee status in another country. We can't. History shows us the right will come for your pew-pews, not AOC or Crockett, not even HRC. Yeah, it's true. History shows it's the right-leaning parties. Hello. So when we getting gas for $1? It's not happening. $1 makes you holla. Sorry, weirdness. Basic critical thinking ain't really something Trump's followers specialize in. Their speed is more if Donald tells me it's right, it's right. Yeah, that's definitely their speed. 5, thank you so much for the 10. I do appreciate that. Like white cis men, biggest threat, Jan 6, remember. Yeah, they don't care about that though. That's a day of celebration. Sean, thank you so much for gifting a membership. I appreciate that so much. Historically speaking, sprung from a GOP president, Reagan, so there's that. Oh, yeah, America first. Yeah, it's just a slogan, but it's not anything that's effectuated. Trump is an antichrist. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you there. MS13. There's actually, okay, so Aslan, random thing. There's actually this guy on TikTok that literally does lives just to talk about how Trump is the Antichrist. I don't know if he's still doing them, but he's hilarious. And mind you, I just want to be very clear. The dude says he voted for Trump. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yes, MS-13. MS-13 is not a Venezuelan gang. It is a United States-based gang. We'll try to take one more caller. We'll see. Yeah. I don't know if he still exists or if he still goes live, but it was pretty funny. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. How old are you?
47.
47. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
What exactly has Donald Trump done in his 1 year back in office that has earned your continued support?
One thing I have not heard is just the DOT and CDL drivers, commercial drivers in general.
Okay. What about it?
Oh, just kind of go through the regulations of speaking English, making sure that their CDL is not in multiple states, and you live in the address or in the state that it is issued to, and you could travel through the rest of the country, but you can't have multiple CDLs somewhere else.
Okay.
And
I mean,
just
I would
cracking-
agree that the multiple CDLs can be troublesome. Yeah, sure.
right, and then
that they
just
should be
cracking down.
transferable if you move your permanent state of residency.
Well, yes, most definitely, because wherever the work is where you're going to go. For the
Oh,
most
and
part.
just to be very clear, like the requirement to learn English is not actually a requirement. You just have to be able to test on it.
Well, yes, but at the same token, from dealing with, and I've dealt with logistics and deliveries and stuff like that.
Okay.
Sometimes you get folks that are coming to your dock or whatever, or just delivering wherever the product is, and you cannot communicate with these guys, and it's hard to move them around in your lot. Not only that, that's just a simple one, but then you got other
I would
drivers. that
encourage you to
all-
learn izquierda and derecho.
Not to me, no. I mean, honestly.
No,
I
I'm
said-
encouraging you to learn these two words, izquierda
What?
and el derecho,
Meaning what?
the left and the right.
Okay, left
So
and right.
tell them
so left and right
directions.
won't. Right, simple directions. Left and right wouldn't tell them a lot of things either. I mean, I know uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, so, but again, also reading signs. So if they
Have
can't
you ever
read the
traveled
language,
internationally?
no, I have not. I have not.
Okay.
And that'd be a
So
problem
I
for me going
have, and
internationally.
I've driven in other countries, and I've even driven on the other side of the road, right? Where they
Right.
drove on the left instead of the right.
Right.
Road signs are,
Multiple languages.
no, it's not multiple language, sirs. They're
multiple.
universal.
Go ahead.
Red still
They're
means stop.
universal. Universal.
Red
Right.
still means yield.
Well,
They
yeah,
have the same
signs are.
signs for divided highways. You don't need
Signs
to
and
read the
symbols.
word stop in order to know what it means. Like they
Okay.
are
Hold on.
literally universal.
Universals, I know. Railroad crossings, two ways, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But when you're coming up to a street name and you are delivering something, okay, and you're trying to make it, okay, you got to exit, let's say in here in
GPS
Pennsylvania
exists
Avenue.
for that. You don't even have to be able to read the road signs. You just know that
Um,
it's the next street up that you turn on, because I don't know if you
So hold
realize
on.
this. If you've looked
Hold
at
on.
your GPS close enough, you can see how many streets up you gotta pass in order to
Yes,
get to the
ma'am.
next one.
You can also see addresses of buildings on your GPS. You can also zoom in on your GPS and see if a bridge goes over a highway or under a highway. I understand GPS 100%. I have been delivering commercially for over 25 years.
It sounds
But-
like you're arguing against something that there is already a fix
No.
for, and there's been
No,
a
I'm not,
fix
'cause
for
I'm
a
about to give you
long
an
time.
Hold
Like
on.
GPS is not new, right? Like I mean I'm only 34, right? Like so I'm a little bit
Right.
younger than you. But I remember having a GPS in our vehicles since I was like 12. So they've at least
Right.
been
Okay.
around for 22 years out of the 25 years that you've been working as a driver that you just said. So the fix exists. You really don't. If you're driving and you're utilizing a GPS because you don't know where you're going exactly at your end destination, then the problem has already existed for 22 years
Okay, so
at minimum.
okay, I live in Oklahoma City, so we had a highway that was called it's I-40 cross. What was that for?
Because I don't care about anecdotes.
Okay, but I'm giving you an example of a highway that
What's
was
an
in our
anecdote?
city, is what I'm saying. That's not what we're talking about.
What's an
We are
anecdote?
talking that. Look, I'm not going to get into that with you. Let me give you an explanation of this city, and I know
What's
you
an
don't want to.
anecdote? Maybe you'll understand why I'm asking.
So, GPS. Listen, please. Just
Gotcha.
listen.
Okay, we don't know.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Don't. Hey, don't do that.
Don't do that. Who's gonna make me? Like, I was already hitting the button. No, don't do that. Like, what? Yes, that is a correct instance of me being condescending. Of me being like, so what's an anecdote? And he's like, just continues on. Like, I didn't ask the question and then be like, okay, now what's an anecdote? That was condescension. That was a correct utilization of calling me condescending. I will own that one because that was deserved. They deserve each other. He clearly drank the Kool-Aid. He did. He did. He did. I refuse this. I like this one. So I don't normally look at my regular comments that much, but I refuse to answer what an anecdote is because then everyone will know I'm only speaking from personal experience. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I like this one. Hold on. I'm learning Spanish because none of my food delivery people ever know English. He can do it for his job at least. I honestly, one of the failing factors within the United States of America is that we don't teach a second language at a young age. I know you just muted that person, Brett, and I appreciate it, but I would love to know. Hold on, TikTok. I can't say this on here because TikTok doesn't like these things. But please, where's my OnlyFans page? I would love to know about this OnlyFans page that apparently I have. Where is that at? Can you tell me? I've never had one. But I mean, if you're looking for one, I can recommend a couple. A hamster, that's hilarious. I'd put that up there, but the TikTok chat won't understand because I had to mute for that one. But I'm just saying, like, learning another language is something that is important. What did you hold on? Oh, I didn't even click that correctly. My bad. Where is it at? That's funny too. It's just weird, guys. Like, y'all are weird. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end for the night. I appreciate every single one of y'all for being here. We did have some good conversations today, conversations that went on for a bit, and I appreciated those conversations as well. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for enjoying a crash out over rolling your R's. Do you guys know how to roll your R's? Let's do it with me here, okay? I just wanted to do that because apparently it's such an issue to roll your R's. Oh my God. That was the silliest crash out. Okay. Y'all have a good night. Aslan, if you want to give someone, can you put it back in the chat for me again? All right. Good night over on the tubes. If you haven't hit that follow or the subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for doing all of the R's in the chat. That's cute. It's illegal to roll the R. Dang, Radical, arrest me. Okay, bye guys. Good night. I'll be back on live tomorrow, 7 p.m.